Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For this week's read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti for the main tarot. The website I have on this one is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check out that information if you're interested. The supportive oracle cards, magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. They're illustrated by Jesse Reish, and there's a website at the bottom, hayhouse.com. The dice that I use are from Amazon. Here's the stuff on the back. If it focuses. I use the D20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And then I use the D12 for the number of the minor arcana from 1 to knight. It omits queen and king, but I work with it. And I use the four-sided dice for the element, if you're wondering. All right. That's what I'm using. Hopefully that helps. And, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. This James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. And now on to your reading. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? I don't know. There's some energy here. I don't even know. Something fell out of the deck, and I'm not even sure. Just yet. Hopefully it's good. I keep getting like it's an add-on, or it's something like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. All that goes there. All that? Okay. I keep getting like that wasn't supposed to happen. I keep getting that. That wasn't supposed to happen. Like, and I'm questioning, like, does it mean it wasn't supposed to fall out of the deck? And I'm like, no. It's something unexpected coming into the event. It might not be bad, but it's still... Taurus is like, there's a plan, there's a reason, there's a structure. Don't be messing with my structure. Don't be messing with my plan. So when something comes up and upsets the apple cart, even if it's good, it's kind of like you could have told me first. It's one of those. Like even somebody, like when somebody unexpectedly shows up for a party, and even though you may very much like them, even though you may have more than enough food and whatever, it's still kind of like, yeah, but you could have told me. Like you could have told me. You know what I mean? Even if it's good, you're like, you could have told me. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Let me know in the comments, but I don't feel like Taurus likes surprises, and the Wheel of Fortune is usually a surprise. Again, even if it's good, it's kind of like, you could have told me. The wheel came up on the dice too. Yeah, definitely random. The Three of Swords, half in, half out. It's not bad. It's just like I don't like how this is happening. I don't like that this is coming in from nowhere. All I keep hearing in my head is like, you could have told me. Y'all could have told me that this was going to happen. Okay. We're rolling with it. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's letting bygones be bygones. The Devil coming in with the Strength card and the Six of Swords. Now, the Devil doesn't have to be a negative card, especially for Taurus, because the Devil card can talk about Capricorn energy. Doesn't have to mean you're dealing with a Capricorn. But it's an energy, that the energy is Earth for that, and that is compatible with you. You are Earth. So, usually the Devil has like rules, strict rules with very harsh repercussions for breaking the rules. Taurus is typically all about the rules. So, this is not a thing for you. This is not a problem for you. Okay. So, there's a lot of energy coming in. Something about letting bygones be bygones. Somebody letting go of a disruption or somebody letting go of disruption. I feel like disruption makes sense. This might be something where maybe you've been wanting things to go better, and part of the problem is that this person wouldn't let go of things, and maybe they are now, because I'm getting letting go of something, putting best foot forward, doing what they feel is now right, doing the best they can, letting go of something because they're like, no, I think we should let it go, and I don't want to hold on to it anymore. It's not serving me. I don't want to hold on to it anymore. A very compatible energy to you. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which don't get caught up in the genders. It just tells me whoever this is, whoever's coming in, unexpected change, it's going to your favor. The fact that this is going to your favor, again, this is good. I keep getting whatever this is, it is good, but I keep going like, you could have told me. You could have kept me in the loop. You could have let me know that this change was happening. You could have let me know that you were getting over it. Something. You could have let me know, and they didn't. But it does strengthen the situation. To be fair, when all is said and done, you're going to be like, well, it's going the right direction, so that's fine. I don't really think it happened the way it should have. I mean, people could have told me. I don't understand why people couldn't tell me. I keep getting that. Like, I don't understand why people couldn't tell me. But all right, it's going better, so it's fine. It's like I feel that little twinge of aggravation. Like, you could have told me. I'm also wondering, like, all right, you didn't tell me that, and now I'm suspicious. I'm like, what else aren't you telling me? Like, what else aren't you telling me? Why didn't you tell me that? Because you could have. What else? What else? Because I feel like my brain is racing. Like, what else is not being told to me that should be told to me? And I feel like I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm just trying to see what's going to happen next. I'm just kind of going forward. It's not bad. Taurus is about structure, though. I almost feel like I want to sit somebody down and lecture them. Like, listen, person that I get along with, you like structure, me too. So why don't I get the same consideration that you would want? I almost feel like I would want to sit down and lecture them. The death card is coming here. But, like, whatever the problem was is being solved. There's a problem here that does feel like it's being solved. Solved. As much as it's going to be. As much as it's going to be. Okay. Because I'm like, is it? They're like, yeah, as much as it's going to be. Four of Wands, stability, strength coming in. This is a little bit of a challenge for you because I feel like I don't like that people are not telling me things, and I'm questioning, like, why aren't people telling me things? So, that being said, the next card coming in is the Knight of Swords. So, you want answers? You're going to get your answers. I would just absorb the answers. Just let it come into you. Don't create anything with these answers. Just absorb the information. Take it all in. Take it all in. Take it all in. But also have that position kind of like, that's all I'm going to do is I just want to know. I'm not going to go anywhere with it. So if you have that mentality going into this, somebody's giving you the answers, maybe more than one. But you're like, I just want the answers. I'm not going to do anything with it other than I would like to know why this and why that. Why didn't you tell me? How long has this been going on? Is there anything planned after this? I'm just absorbing the information. Because they're saying, don't get over involved with it. Whatever this is, don't get over involved with it. Which may be kind of like a catch-22, kind of like, yeah, but I'm one of the central players of this situation, so I don't know if that's really possible. This is not... People... Okay. They're saying don't get involved in it. Let them sort it out themselves. The Chariot, to me, talks about a family card. It's kind of like a family energy, usually. It's things moving forward, people working together. That's kind of how I see it, usually. I'm not saying that's right. That's just like the energy I know. It sometimes talks about Cancer, the sign Cancer. I'm noticing on this card we got the two horses, and they seem like they're both very unruly. I'm not saying they are. Just to me, they look very unruly. I think there's going to be more discord behind the scenes. You don't have to be a part of that. It's going to work out the same either way. It's going to work out the same either way. Because I feel like there's a lot already going on. They're saying step back from that and let them sort it out themselves. It's less aggravation for you. You got a lot going on anyway, is what I'm also getting. You don't have to be a part of that. Don't be a part of that. What they're saying, after you get the information, let it be. Just let it be. And just the fact that you know why things worked out, let that be the judgment in your favor. you're going to get a lot more information. You're going to find out things that are like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I feel like that's a lot of it. Like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And I feel like I feel like I'm going to say that a lot. Like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Why they didn't tell you, why you didn't know. It's almost like, well, I almost feel like somebody's saying, well, we weren't sure it was actually going to work, or we weren't sure they were going to actually get along, or we weren't sure that this was actually going to go in a good direction. We were just trying to. So that's why we didn't get you involved yet, because we're just seeing what they were going to do. One of those things. So it's kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. By stepping back after you get the information, don't go anywhere with it. Just kind of like, I'm reading it off a page. It's just information about the history of where something was. Just reading it off a page. Like, this is how this happened. That's why that happened. This is where things might go next. But just like not doing anything with it. Like, okay, that's good for information. Now I'm going to go do what I was doing again. I'm going to go back to doing what I need to do. Again, it may seem kind of weird because it's kind of like, well, I feel like I'm a central player. And you probably are. But it's kind of like, let them sort it out themselves. Because there are elements here of people getting along more on the surface than anything else. Sorry, I didn't check the time. People more getting along on the surface more than anything else. And it's kind of like, you don't have to be dragged into whatever this is. Let them keep working on whatever they're working on. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm telling people, all right, just keep me in the loop. Like, I don't have to be involved in the decision-making part, but just, can you keep me in the loop about what's actually going on? Can you just at least keep me in the loop? Whatever's going on here, there's progress, but it's kind of like, it's like if you're looking at a test score, and this was like a failing grade, like 35-40. You're getting 35-40, 35-40, 35-40. Maybe it goes up to like a 70-76. It's passing. It's acceptable. But I feel like that's it's just going to kind of stagnate there. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a C. Can't we have like an A plus? And it's just like, they're also saying whatever the situation is, it advances, and then that's pretty much it. It's like it almost caps. Excuse me, it's almost capped. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Don't just leave it to its own, because I feel like I have the urge to kind of like help it do better, to help it improve, to put in my, like, I want to support this. You want to support it. It makes sense why you would want to, but I'm getting like, put your energy elsewhere, because this is going to stagnate. There's only so much people are willing to do, and I feel like they've already done it, if that makes sense. There's only so far they're willing to go, and they've gone that distance, and that's as far as they're going. It reminds me of somebody, it reminds me of like sharing a room with a sibling. And like, it's kind of like, I'll clean my half, and that's as far as I'm going. I'll get along with them better, but I'm cleaning my half and my half only. You know what I mean? I won't make it any more difficult for them, but I'm not doing their part. Something like that. It feels like, or maybe like somebody said, you know, me and the sibling have to clean the bathroom. I'll clean the toilet, I'll clean the sink, but then they have to do the tub and they have to do the mirror. I'll do my part, I'll do what I said, but that's it. I'm not doing the whole bathroom. It's kind of how it feels, if that makes sense. But I feel like it kind of makes sense why they're like that. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. The grace here is like, they're saying just roll with it, let it be what it's going to be. There's a lot of like, this is a weird, whatever the situation is, whoever is doing whatever they're doing, whatever this situation is, there's a lot of good energy with the Ace of Cups there. But there's also this boundary thing here with the Seven of Wands. Kind of like people, like, this is mine, that's not yours type feeling going on here. And then there's this here with like some type of random element coming in and out. I don't think anybody's liking this, but that seems to happen. There's a random element coming in and out. There's the need to organize it, but leave it to them. Leave it up to them to organize it. Taurus is great with organization, in my opinion. Just great. Typically Taurus is great with that. This, don't do it. Don't do it, because there's this random energy screwing up the organization. Other people having issues, let them deal with it themselves, because it's just going to be more of a headache, and Let them deal with it themselves is what I'm getting. Again, it stagnates. It improves notably. It goes from a completely failing grade to like, okay, we got a C. We're getting past it. We're passing. It's doable. We can live with it. That's as far as it's going. Go do other things. Hopefully people keep you in the loop, but don't put any more effort in. Let these people put their own effort into it. You have other things you can do. Your energy is very important, and it can be applied other places more profitable, in a more profitable sense. Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.